Welcome to CET online class. In today's session, we are going to see the continuation of gravitation chapter. In the last class, we saw a few numericals based on the gravitation. So today, we are going to see the continuation of that. So we'll go with the problem. The first problem for the today is four particles. So you have four particles, each of mass each of mass m are or placed placed at the placed at the vertices placed at the vertices of a square vertices of a square of side L of side L of side L. The the potential the potential energy the potential energy of the system of the system is okay. So we have like four options. So first we'll understand with the problem directly. I will start with the problem. So we have the diagram. Will let us consider the diagram, the square. Okay, we have the square. So as you know that each end you will be having, okay, the four particles, each of mass m, each having the mass m, are placed at a vertices of a square, and they are telling that the length of the side will be L. The length of the side will be L. The potential energy of the system is. So, as you know that you have the diagonals will be crossing. Okay. So, this middle point will be called as O. The potential at the center due to the given mass configuration, whatever the mass configuration they've given, okay, for that particular point, you have to find the V. So, as you know that I'll be naming this as A, B, C, and D. Okay, now you can say that as you know that the distance from O to A, O to B, O to C, and O to D all are equal. Okay, if I want to find that, I'm going to find the Pythagoras theorem. Why? Because I know the distance of AB, BC. Okay, I don't know the distance of AC. If I want to find, I have to use the Pythagoras theorem. If I want to use that Pythagoras theorem, okay, you know the Pythagoras theorem is root of L square plus L square is nothing but, so root of L square plus L square is 2L square root. So it comes like root 2 into L. That is the diagonal. Now I want the distance of OA. AC is nothing but, okay, AC is nothing but square root 2L. But now I want to find OA is nothing but AC by 2, half, right? So AC is root 2L divided by 2. Instead of writing 2, I'll write it as root 2 into root 2. So root 2 can cancel. So finally, OA is equal to L divided by root 2. L divided by root 2. Okay, so according to the figure, you can say OA is equal to OB is equal to OC is equal to OD is equal to L divided by root 2. Okay, now the potential at the center O due to the given mass is. ಈಗೇನು ಮಾಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನು, ವಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಮೈನಸ್ ಜಿ ಎಮ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಆರ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯಿಂದ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ, ರೈಟ್? ದಿಸ್ ಅ ಜನರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಫಾರ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್. ಬಟ್ ಈಗ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಫೋರ್ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಮೈನಸ್ ಜಿ ಎಮ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಓ ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ minus gm divided by OB, okay, plus minus gm divided by OC plus minus gm divided by OD. Okay, so why negative sign? Because everything has been moving in the opposite. Okay, so finally I'm going to substitute. So I'm going to substitute minus gm divided by L by root 2, okay, minus gm divided by L by root 2 minus gm divided by L by root 2 minus gm divided by L by root 2. So overall I will be taking the common as minus gm divided by root L by root 2 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ root 2 ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ 1 plus 1 plus 1 4. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೈನಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನು? ಫೈನಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 4 root 2 g ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಮೈನಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಮೈನಸ್ ಅದು ಮೈನಸ್ 4 root 2 gm divided by L. So this will be your final answer. This will be your final answer. Clear aita? Okay. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಅಟ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಇಸ್, ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಟ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಇಸ್. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಅದೇ ತರ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ವರ್ಟಿಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎ ಬಿ ಎ ಸಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ನಾನು ಪುಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇದು ಅಟ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವೇರಿಯಿಂಗ್. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ರೈಟ್? ಓಕೆ, so we'll go with the next problem. Next problem, if VE is escape velocity, if V is escape velocity and V naught is the orbital velocity, V naught is the orbital velocity of a satellite, for orbit close to the Earth's surface, then then these are related by option V naught is equal to root 2 VE, V naught is equal to VE, VE is equal to V naught by 2, VE is equal to root 2 V naught. Okay, so to solve this, first we should know about the escape velocity. So VE is equal to square root of 2GME divided by RE. Okay, where M and R are the mass and radius of the earth. Next we have velocity for orbital velocity. V naught is equal to root of GME divided by RE. Now, if you observe that, you can write this as VE is equal to root 2 into root of GME divided by RE. But GM divided by RE root is nothing but V naught. So VE is equal to root V naught. So option D. Okay, I hope you are clear with that, right? So just using the formula, you are going to simplify that. So using the formula, you are going to simplify that. No issues regarding that, right? Okay. So now the next problem we'll see. The next problem follows like this. The escape velocity or the escape speed of a body on the earth's surface is 11.2 kilometer per second. 11.2 kilometer per second. A body is projected. A body is projected with thrice of the size of this speed the speed of the body when it escapes the gravitational pull, of the earth. Pull of the earth is so 11.2 kilometer per second, 22.4 kilometer per second, that is 22.4 into root 2. Next, 22.4 divided by root 2 kilometer per second. So next is 22.4 into root 3 kilometer per second. So these are the four options. So as you know that, let V be the speed of the body when it escapes the gravitational pull of the earth, and U be the speed of the projection of the body from the earth's surface. Now the body you are throwing from the ground surface, from the surface of the earth, it goes to the top level. At one certain point there will be some velocity. if it is goes higher and higher and higher, so to the top level hoದಾಗ what happens, it goes to the escape velocity. Now, as you know that here there is a combination of kinetic energy as well as the gravitational energy. When you see the kinetic energy, you have initial kinetic energy minus the gravitational energy. So according to that, so according to the law of conservation of energy, you can write it as half mu square, half mu square minus GMEM R divided by R. Okay, so that is equal to 1 by 2 mv square. This is nothing but your initial, that will be equal to final my 1 by 2 mv square minus 0. Why? Because we don't have gravitational force there. Correct. So now what I'm going to do? So I'm going to change that. So finally it was half m get cancelled. So finally you can write it as v square is equal to u square minus 2gm 2gm divided by r e. Why? Because half m you are going to get common. If you take common, so in gmm divided by r, 2 will be multiplied. Okay, so finally I can write this term as you know that ve is nothing but escape velocity is root of 2gm divided by root of gm divided by r. Okay, so I can write that as root v, right? Or v square, I can write it. So v square minus u square, that is v square is equal to u square minus ve square, minus ve square. So I want the speed, right? So v is equal to square root of u square minus ve square aಗುತ್ತೆ. But already they told that it is 3 times anta irodinda, so 3v square 3ve square the whole square it is minus ve square agutte. So 3 threes are 9, so 9 minus 1 is 8. So I can write this as root. So I can write this as root 8 into ve. So root 8 into ve. So root 8 into ve ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. Root 8 into v na, v is nothing but ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ve. So 11.2 into root 8 kilometer per second. 11.2 into root 8 kilometer per second ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ 11.2 ಇಲ್ವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಿಯರರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅದನ್ನು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಓಕೆ, ರೂಟ್ 8 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು 4 ಕಾಮನ್ ತೆಗಿತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ 4 ಇಂಟು 2 ಅಂದರೆ 4 ಇಂಟು, ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನೇನಂತ ಬರಿಬೋದು, ರೂಟ್ 8ನ 4 ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ 4 ಇಂಟು 2 ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೀನಿ. ಸೊ 4 ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದಂದ್ರೆ 2. So 2 into 11.2 is nothing but 22.4 root 2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So option B. So option B is the right answer. So I hope it clear ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದನ್ನ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೂಪರ್. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಹೋಗುವ. ಸೊ ಫೈನಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬಂದು 11.2 ಇಂಟು ರೂಟ್ 8 ಅಲ್ಲ, ಆ ರೂಟ್ 8 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಸೂಪರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್. ಸೊ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು the time period capital letter T of the moon of the moon of planet moon of planet Mars is related to its orbital radius orbital radius capital letter R as. Okay, so if I want to solve this, we should know the time period. So the formula for time period is T is equal to 2 pi R divided by root of GMM divided by R. So finally I can write this as 2 pi R to the power 1 ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಇದು 1 by 2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಮೈನಸ್, ಸೊ 1 minus 1 by 2 ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀನಿ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ರೂಟ್ ಜಿ ಎಂ ಎಂ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಅದೇನಾಯ್ತು 2 minus 1 1 by 2ನೇ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ. Okay, fine. See, we have done one small mistake. It is plus ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ರೂಟ್ 3 ಕೆಳಗಿದೆ, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಸ್ 2 by R to the power 3 by 2 divided by root of GMM. Now you are going to do squaring on both the sides ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, t square is equal to 4 pi square R cube divided by GMM. So that is the time period. So they given the 4 options, in that this will be the correct answer. Okay. So I hope you are clear with this. Okay, so the next problem will go. So next problem, a satellite. Okay, the next problem is a satellite of mass m is in a circular orbit of radius 2 RE, 2 times the radius of the earth, about the earth, full stop. The energy required to transfer it to a circular orbit of radius 4 times the radius of the earth is. Okay, so to understand this, first you should know about the initial energy. So already we have derived that. Okay, so EI anta tagontini. So EI is equal to minus GM EM divided by, already ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 4 times the RE ಅಂದ್ರೆ So next, if the final velocity EF anta ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ, So it is minus GME M divided by 8RE. Okay, it is, since it has been doubled, the required to transfer it. Required to transfer it. Right. Now the change in, so delta E anta baritene. Now the change in the total energy is delta E is equal to EF minus EI. EF minus EI agate. So now if you write this EF minus EI, so directly you can substitute that. So it is minus GME M divided by 8RE minus of minus andre plus GMEM divided by 4RE. 4RE. So final agi, if you take it the common term tagondo, if you solve that, so finally you will get the answer as GME M divided by 8RE. That is nothing but delta E. Okay, so this will be our final answer. I hope you are clear with this, right? Okay, so we'll move to the next problem. So we'll move to the next problem. A satellite of mass m, a satellite of mass m orbits the earth at a height h above the surface of the earth, how much energy must be expanded to rocket the satellite out of earth's gravitational influence. Earth's gravitational influence. Okay. Now, the total energy of the orbiting satellite. So they given the options. First, we'll break down the options. So option A, they given as GME M divided by 4RE plus H. Option B, GME M divided by 2RE plus H. Option C, GME M divided by RE plus H. D, 2GMEM divided by RE plus H. Okay. So now you know that the total orbiting energy, that is nothing but E is equal to minus GMEM divided by 2 times RE plus H. 2 times RE plus H. Okay. So the total energy of the satellite at infinity. Why? Because the object is been moving to some at certain height, right? So if you write down, that is nothing but E infinity is equal to 0 ಆಯ್ತು. Now delta E ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, change in the energy. Delta E is equal to E infinity minus E. E infinity minus E andre, so E infinity ಏನಾಯ್ತು, it is 0 minus of minus GMEM divided by 2 times the RE plus H. Okay, ಆಗ minus into minus andre plus, so GMEM divided by 2 times the REH. So option B is the right answer. Option B is the right answer. Right. I hope you are clear with this problem. So we'll go with the next problem. Next problem. The orbit of geostationary satellite is circular. The orbit of geostationary satellite is circular. Comma, the time period of satellite depends on first one, mass of the satellite, second one, mass of the earth, third one, radius of the orbit, next, fourth one, height, of the satellite, from the surface of the earth. Okay, so if I want to see all this, so first you should know about the time period formula. So what will be your time period formula? Okay, time period formula will be in terms of velocity ಎಲ್ಲ discuss ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, so you can talk it as T is equal to 2 pi r divided by V naught. Okay, so 2 pi RE plus H divided by V naught andre orbital velocity. So orbital velocity ತಗೊಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ 2 pi re plus h divided by square root of gme divided by re plus h. Re plus h. So from this we can say the time period of the satellite is independent of the mass of the satellite. Mass of the satellite jotege independent. Why? Because you don't have the small letter m, right? You have only capital letter M. So the time period of the satellite is independent of mass of the satellite, but depends on the mass of the earth, radius of the orbit, height of the satellite from the surface. So the option, that is nothing but the point number 1 has been ruled out, the mass of the satellite. It does not depend on the mass of the satellite, it depends on the option 2, option sorry 3 and 4. Point number 2, 3 and 4, it depends on only these three factors. On these three factors it is going to be dependent. So that is the right option. So the options they are given here is only 1 and 2, 1 2 and 3, 2 3 and 4. So option D is the right answer. Okay, super. So the next problem, so we'll see the last problem of this chapter. A particle of mass m, a particle of mass m is suited at the center of a sphere, that is spherical shell of same mass and radius r. The gravitational potential at a point placed or suited at r by 2 distance from the center will be okay. So the options they given is minus g3 gm by r, minus 2 gm by r, minus gm by r, minus 4 gm by r. Okay, they are given the 4 options here. Okay, so to solve this problem, so let me understand the diagram first. Okay, so we have the object is been in a circular shell. The overall distance from this point to this point is capital letter R, but they've told the point is somewhere placed half, so the point P, but this is nothing but R by 2. Okay, so according to the concept, the gravitational potential at a point P due to the particle at O. So particle is at O here. So in that case, you can write it as V1 is equal to minus Gm divided by R by 2. Next, the gravitational potential at the point P due to the spherical shell. So due to the spherical shell andre overall thing. So it is V2 is equal to minus Gm divided by R, right? So the final again, the total gravitation potential is given as V is equal to V1 plus V2. So V1 is minus Gm divided by R by 2, minus of minus andre minus Gm divided by R. So I can take minus G as common, right? So minus 2Gm divided by R minus Gm divided by R. So the final answer will be minus 3Gm divided by R agate. So option A is the right answer. Okay, so I hope you are clear. So this kind of problems you have to just go through with that. So that's about your gravitational chapter. I hope you are clear with this. Okay, so in the next class we'll see with the new chapter. So thank you all.